Hey everyone. So I'm standing right where I was standing when I finished the previous episode, and I've reloaded the game, and the puzzle I just did uh, is a new puzzle, which is really cool. So I'm going to do the puzzle that's in front of me. All dark regions have area 7. Okay, well then that's going to happen. That's 5. This could be 1. We're not sure yet. Oops, wrong button. These will have to escape. 3, 4, 5. This could be 1. This has to come out like that. So does that. And this has to come out. So this can't connect. So this is going to be the area 7. Oops. 4, 5, 6, 7. That has to be like that. That's 7. This is not going to connect to there. It's going to connect there. That's a cool puzzle. So anyway, what we're going to do today, I think I want to move to this enclave here. So, excuse me. I had a thought and then I suddenly coughed a bit and I forgot it. Oh, what it is I'm still trying to clear out all the enclaves. So we've done the required ones, and we've done some of the extras, like this one was an extra one, and so is that, these sort of non-required. So I still want to clear those out because, well, it's puzzles and I like playing puzzles. It's really what this comes down to at this point. We've basically completed the main game. I think there might be one other thing we could do in the main game, but we've basically completed that. So at this point, I'm just playing because I like puzzles, and I hope you do too, and I hope you like watching the world's second most autistic person play puzzles. So we're going to do that. Hold on, let's just teleport. What am I doing? And the place we want to go, this one, I believe, I saw in an earlier episode, it's up higher. It's not on the main ground, so it's this direction. I hear a cube. Ah, there we go. It's in this direction, but so it's up higher. But I do see some puzzles we're going to do along the way. We might as well. This is... Oops. Connect all dark cells. Exactly 1 symbol per light area, so there can't be something there. We don't want any black squares. Anything else I need to know about this? Well, that's going to be like this. Don't know about that. This will escape through there for sure. Yeah. Oop. So this has to escape that direction. This will be like so. No black squares. That's not too bad at all. Where is our red friend? Inside the... Oh, just other side of it. Anyway, so it's up somewhere. Would it be this direction? Well, it is this direction, except it would be like right here. Yeah, it isn't. So it's gonna be up there. Yep, I don't quite have the height, so let's look for an island like this. Oh, that guy doesn't like flying. Do you like standing still? You'd like standing still, so hold on. There's a whole thing up here I just haven't been working on. There's your monolith. Uh-huh. Let us begin a solitary island. Now, when I open my save stats file and I'm checking for puzzles and stuff, and it shows me the static puzzles that remain, it shows me, like, on an enclave I haven't completed, it's almost unreadable. There's just so many puzzles to show, but based on the types of puzzles, sometimes I might remember what kind of enclave this is. And I remember what kind of enclave this is just by looking at it, because it has sky drops. It's one of the few enclaves in the game that has sky drops, and I remember this one quite well for that. So first we have to learn more about a new grid rule. A new grid rule? Exactly 1 symbol per light area numbers. Why don't we just do this? Exactly one set. Is this the new grid rule? We've seen this rule a lot. So we have to do this. Do have to do this. Okay. So far, so good. Anything I'm... Okay, I'm not missing anything there. Let's just do these puzzles. Exactly one symbol per light area. Don't know about that. Yeah, so why not just... Oop. Exactly one means less than two. No, really? Tell me more, math genius. With one symbol per area, you can immediately color tiles that are necessary to block different symbols from connecting. Okay. So I guess this is just an enclave that just... You learn more about this rule, because we've seen the rule, but we haven't really gained any insights. And by gained insights, I mean we haven't done anything the game has specifically told us about with this. We haven't really explored the uses of this mechanic. Exactly one means more than zero. Okay. With one symbol per area that cannot be any I see. If no light symbol can connect to a particular area of the grid, it must be safely colored dark. So in this case, the A is surrounded, so everything outside must be dark. Just like I did here, after I filled this in, I just did the special control click to make all that dark, because if I did any light cells, they can't reach any of these. So yeah, we've definitely done these puzzles already. Why not just do this? Yeah. So complete the reversing pillar of insight. Is this one? Exactly one symbol per dark and per light area. So this has to be the 5, and this has to be the 6. This has to be the 6. Because I saw those pieces, and we needed to connect to them, so how do you do that? So the 5 has to go around that way. So you've collected a new insight called reversing. If all areas need exactly one symbol, areas that currently lack symbols must connect to an area with a symbol. So yeah, if this light cell needs to have a symbol, it needs to connect to this A somehow. Cool, cool. So why not do it this way? Yep, that's just fine. So you see, like, I'm seeing the 5 and the 3. All the light cells must connect to one of those two. So the only way to get it so all 3 of those light cells were picked up is the way I did it. So we know we can't do that, or that, or that. So, let's see. This has to, these both have to escape. Yeah, that's gonna be that. The 3, what? It's just that. Okay, the 4 has to reach this. And 11... Well, the 5 is gonna, well, yeah, this 5 has to touch this one. This 5 has to touch that one, so we're good. Those can't connect. This has to touch something, and that has to touch something. The 3 is going nowhere. So the 4 is going to be this. And then the 7... Yep. Cool, cool. And that unlocks a new mystery for us. Speaking of mysteries, we should get on that so we can do more of the pyramid. Solitary Island's complete, except it isn't. So there are more Pillars of Insight, it looks like. It says there's at least one more. There's all 13 Skydrops and all 22 Logic Grids. So that's the whole area once we do that. Okay. That's really, really easy. We have this. I'm just going to go in knowing that that's the basic rule we're playing with, is one symbol per area. Sometimes it's both colors, but maybe not always. So the 6 has to reach this point, which means this is probably the 6 here. That's the 8, and then extra 10. It's not too bad at all. How about this? Exactly one symbol for dark and light. Well, those are the only ways to make the 6 and the 5. Well, they weren't the only ways to do that. I could have made the 6 by coming through here, but then we would have had a problem there. Let's take a look at the lore. We'll come back to where I just left to To the right observer, even a hole in a log can be beautiful. Does that seem perverted to anyone else? Okay. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm terminally online, but I definitely got something else from that trans-universal proverb. So what I like about the sky drops in this area, I don't remember exactly where to stand for all of them, of course. My memory isn't that good, but I remember just how, like, look at that. It's perfectly surrounding the pillar. So most sky drops in the game are completely randomized. And so, you know, they're fine. Ooh, I get new wings. Let's do that. This one. Most of them are randomized, but when they make, like, handcrafted for the enclaves, they can, you know, put them in really interesting places. There you go. One symbol per everything. Anyway, I was heading down here. I got distracted by the sky drop. Let's get to this pillar of insight, shall we? No black squares, one symbol per light area, but not one symbol per dark area. I think there's a reason that rule exists, besides the fact there's no symbols for a dark area to use. Can I just do this? No, because I don't want squares, so I do want that. I want this. There we go. 2, 5. So we don't want to connect those. No square patterns. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill this in. This is obviously wrong, but I'm just going to look at this and go, well, how do I fix the squares? There's this, 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 and that. It's probably not how you're supposed to solve it, but you can do it that way. It can help you visualize if you just fill everything in dark and just color in the light ones you need to do. That might be what we do here. Hold on, is this sky drop going to be just looking out? Yeah, look at that. It's perfectly in this circle. It's not something you get from the random sky drops at all. So we're going to do this. But, oh yeah, no squares. So the 6 has to extend out that way. No squares and one symbol per light area means that this has to block the square, so we're done. Oh. No squares, one symbol per light area. This is going to be that, and then there we go. One symbol per light area. This will prevent squares. So here, I'm going to fill this whole thing in. This square needs some help. So this 8 has to extend, but it can't cut through here because it'll touch the 1. So we're going to come around that way. 9. There we go. Sorry, that was just, like, obvious. There we go. Area reach. Puzzle with forbidden patterns and one symbol per area. Sometimes only one part of a forbidden pattern can be reached by any symbol. In this case, a 2x2 dark pattern is forbidden here. This is the only guy that can reach it, so there you go. The 4 in the upper left must reach the 12. Is that 12? That's 12. Okay. Cool, cool. So we're still solving logic grids and sky drops. Ooh, here's another. Right in those trees. Okay. No squares, one symbol per light area. I'll come out. So there's got to be somebody here. So that's going to be this, right? No, it's going to come around like this, that the 5 can do this. Feels like there's a sky drop nearby. Maybe he's standing up here. Yep. That's cool. Again, circling the pillar. You don't get that from the random sky drops. Don't make this pattern, one symbol per light area. So somebody's got to get here. It's going to be the 8. This. I've got a bunch more sky drops. There's a lot of sky drops here. One symbol per light area, no squares. Who's gonna get there? It's not gonna be the 2. Uh-huh. That's 11. There we go. It feels like cheating to solve puzzles that way, but how else am I supposed to do it? There. Ooh, chromatic sky drops. So you see how that's turning blue? That's a thing I unlocked with an upgrade. It tells me which sky drops belong together. So if you see a bunch of them, you might not know where to stand, because like it will be more than one sky drop puzzle. But with this case, here it is. You find that one. Now those are a different color, so if I find the other, I see those are yellow. Oh, there's something down here. It's a neat power. I got more chromatic sky drops. So what color are those? Those all belong together. So oh, that's clever. Oh, hold on. These all are probably from the other side. Yeah. Oh, here's one. Yeah, sky drops are much easier if you got the color power to see them. Now, what is with this one here? Oh, hold on. Oh, there's a place up there. Look at that. Oh, that is nice. That is satisfying. There's something this direction. This is where the purple one is. That's beautiful. One more sky drop, and it's this one. So where do I stand for that guy? Like, it looks like I would be down here. What the? Here somewhere? Maybe I want to be on top of the building? There's only 3 sky... You can't make a sky drop with only 3 of them. Or 4 of them. You need to have a larger number than that. It's got to be looking out that way as well. I'm going to lose my color power, but that's okay. There's only 1 sky drop left. Is there another angle to see 4 of them? Tell you what, I'm going to keep doing logic grids and I'll get that sky drop eventually. 1 symbol per light area means these are all going to be separated from each other. I see. This can't go out that way. Uh-huh. Okay. 1 symbol per dark and light area means now these have to reach something. So this is going to be this scenario. Sure. That works out. So, see, there isn't an area over there. Like, is that part of this, or is that part of something out in the hub world? We will find out, I guess. Oh, hold on. Hold on. This is where you stand. Ooh, that's good. Look at it. Perfectly frames that circle. I like that puzzle. Okay, we just have logic grids. There's 5 more. 1 symbol per light area. This isn't going to work because now those are not. So we can do it this way. One symbol per dark and light area. maybe I do it like this, so I can bring the 10 around, and then the 9, yeah. 1 per dark, 1 per light. So, The challenge is how to fit this in. Oh, it's just this. This is just how it's done. Okay. Neat. Neat. How many more do we have? We have 2 more logic grids. One of them's right here. Well, that's going to happen. 1 symbol per dark area, so this has to be the 4. That's the 6. The 9's going to come in this way. Maybe the 9 will reach there? I'm not sure. That can be done, because then we have this. Yep. Alright, we just gotta find one more puzzle, and then that should be everything here. Maybe there's one in this... No, it's not in the log, but it's at the top of the log. That'll give us our final puzzle. Don't make squares, so 1 symbol per light area. That's 14. Well, this one definitely has to be reached. So does that. It's something up here has got to be done. That's 13. Okay. That should be everything. Let's see. If there's any more puzzles, I don't know what kind they are. So that's all the puzzles up here. I like this enclave. This was fun. This has been a rather quick episode so far. So tell you what, we're going to solve a mystery. Because we still got to do that. We've unlocked a new one, but let me solve one that we already know about. Which one is it? This one? Yes, within the cloud another drop awaits. However, to see the whole silver lining of a storm cloud, one must view it from afar. A click, a flash, and the cloud is set alight. So this is the one I solved in my first playthrough without knowing what any of the mysteries were. And it's somewhat nearby where we are now, so we might as well just do it. And here. So it says within the cloud. Well, this enclave is called Cloud of Pearls, if you remember from before. So we're going to head to Cloud of Pearls. This was a not fun enclave for me. The only thing that was good about this was the matchboxes. But there is a hidden mystery here. So let's climb to the top and find out where we can go. Let's look at it one more time. Another drop awaits. So Cloud of Pearls, drop. Well, there's sky drop, so we're looking for a sky drop here. But to see the whole silver lining of a storm cloud, I don't know what this is reference to necessarily, but one must view it from afar. So we need to get far away to see a sky drop. Or at least there is a sky drop that is very, very far away. The cloud is set alight. I don't remember what that is in reference to, but all I know is I'm looking for a sky drop and I want to get far away. So either there's a sky drop I can see from here-ish, see from here-ish as far away, or I want to get far away. Well, let's look at these. Look at these. These are part of this enclave. That is one of these things, which means it's part of this enclave. So when I was first playing the game, I thought, oh, that looks like part of this enclave. I was looking for like matchboxes and things, and I thought maybe there's one out here, but I came out here and there was not. I don't know what that island's a part of. I think that's a part of the Armillary Rings one. Is that right? Yeah, that's the artillery one. I was like, but this one here is important. So let's look at how those all now form a sky drop. So you do that, gives us another mystery solved. Yeah, this is one that you could conceivably find out without knowing what the mysteries are, because you see this island, you go, there must be something out here, you come out here, you turn around, and there's this really obvious circle. You just click, and it gives you the mystery. I wouldn't say it's automatic, not like everyone who played the game found this on their own, but conceivably you could find that one on your own. So how do I get out of here? I think it's this direction. I could also just warp out of here. What am I doing? Let's go back to here, and let's look at the mystery that we've created, the new one. We probably won't do it right now, but let's at least look at it, because we've solved 8 mysteries. There's 2 more to do in order to get to the next part of the pyramid. In the misty depths, this secret dwells alone. Solve it, but with the forbidden pattern inverted to the opposite color. Now, we do know where that is, because we've done this puzzle. This puzzle is in Verdant Glen. There was a 4-star puzzle that was underground that we did. I think we did. Anyway, that's another mystery we could do. I think we can do all of them. We've unlocked everything in the game now. But is that what I want to do right now? Do I want to do another mystery? We could, if there's another quick one, because we're only about a little less than half hour in. Oh, I could have just done this one while I was where we were before. So, a puzzle that stands on a crumbling foundation beyond a broken ring. Broken ring where a river forks at the edge of the world. We were literally just there. Let's head back there. It's actually pretty close to this. So a crumbling ring is going to be an enclave entrance at the edge of the world by a river that forks. Here's 2 things that fork. This is Cloud of Pearls, but we don't want to go into Cloud of Pearls. We want to find a puzzle that's nearby. And the only puzzle that's nearby, because it says seek one that's off the edge of the world, there's a puzzle that's right there. Puzzle stands crumbling foundation beyond a broken ring where river forks the edge of the world. That's where we are. We're going to solve the grid normally first. That's cool, people do that. So we have a regular puzzle. All numbers are off by 1. These still cannot connect to each other. Connect all dark cells. These have to come out. But these have to come out. Oh, no, they don't. Off by 1 means they can be 1. They don't have to be 3s. And in fact, this one is a 1. So that's how that is going to go. These... because all dark cells are connected and they're symmetrical, the 5 and the 7 have to be 6. The 4 and the 6 have to be a 5. That's what has to happen. Because if they aren't, then it won't be symmetrical. And these have to be 2s. That means that's a dark cell, and that's a dark cell. It's possible this comes down. Like, this is a possibility, right? Let's see. Connect all dark cells. This could go up, but not very far. If this comes down... Well, no matter what, this is going to reach here. So that's going to reach there. Because if this comes down, it comes through here. But even if it doesn't, this can't go out that way. So it has to move up through there. And it has to be a 6. These both are 6s. So even if we filled this out, it would come out this far. And further. But it can't go all the way through. This is where it stops. No, it can go up this way. And it has to because these do... Hold on, what's going on here? I can do this, but then we're going to have this issue of these won't... So that can't be like that. This has to come down. It could do something like this. Right? That's possible. Okay, so let's look at the mystery again. We have to solve the grid while ignoring both rules. So these are rules, these are symbols. We aren't ignoring the symbols, we're ignoring the rules. So now the numbers aren't off by 1. They're in fact exactly what's there. And we don't have to connect all the dark cells. That's the other rule. So these can't connect to each other. The 2s are complete. We still have to deal with symmetry, but since we won't have symmetry up here, these will not all connect to each other. Let's see. How do I go from here? Well, the 7's going to have to come through here, because otherwise it can't connect to the 6. So either it comes through there or through there. It's okay if this gets blocked off. Could this be a white? It could be. We could come up that way. This is possible, but I could also do this. Like, this would save a lot of space down here. Because we can't just connect these to each other anymore. I feel like this, we want to save space for bringing them down. I mean, I could also just do this and end it here. Which means the 6 could be like so. 4 would then be like this. No, this can't be the 4. Sorry, this can't. 4 has to be like that. I'm basically guessing. I don't want to get any more complicated than this. This could be the 6, but now... Ooh, we're in trouble here. We're in trouble with this. Okay, so let's go back, because I made a guess, and it's not leading me in the direction I want to go. So I know this. I made the guess that we had this, but it might be wrong. Let's see what the 7 has to do. No matter what, like I could fill this in, but it has to come through there. But it doesn't have to come through there. It could also go this way. Like, I could do this. Like, what if I just did this kind of stuff? Filled them in. This probably isn't going to help me out at all. Once again, I'm guessing, which isn't very smart. Oh, this might be it, though. There we go. That solves the mystery. So that's 9 out of 10 mysteries. I'm not going to do another one in this episode. I think we've covered this area of the world pretty well, so I'm going to stop here and let you all simmer. Once again, a big thank you to anyone who watches the video. I'm not going to question what you do with your spare time, but thanks for stopping by anyway. And I'll see people next time. Bye.